Nkwekọrịta gọọmenti na nzaghachi ndị obodo ụmụnne m na ụmụnna m bilie ka anyị bulie Naịjirịa elu. Nkwekọrịta dị ọchịchị anyị ga-aza ọnụ obodo anyị ga-eme ya. Ọ bụ nkwekọrịta anyị na anyị ga-eme ka Naịjirịa gaa nke ọma. Nigeria obodo mmanụ aṅụ na mmiri ara ehi na-asọ, ụzọ ọma o, ụlọ ọgwụ ọma o, ebe obibi ọma o, igbo ndị ọma pụtanụ ka anyị yọleba onye agbakwara nke nwanne ya gbara. Let's go!
Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu na Imo, anyị na-ekwe nkwa na anyị ga-eso ụzọ asaa na asaa ndị na-achị anyị wepụtara.
Powered by National Orientation Agency.
In a world where power shifts with every headlines, news breaks and events happens, we bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth, not spin. We discuss not just politics, but a glimpse into the future. Voice of the People Television. Now you have more than a voice.
In a world where truth is the ultimate power and opinions scream the loudest, it's time to wade through the noise.
Hunger no get tribe! Hunger no get religion!
And scan the human interest and trending topics that matter. Stay tuned to The Issues, your plug to the stories making the buzz, from politics to science and technology, social justice, and more. Let's tackle the tough questions and expose the truth. The Issues on Voice of the People Television, Mondays to Fridays, 8 to 9 p.m. The Issues. Don't just react, understand.
Behind every broken desk lies a broken promise. Education shapes the nations. But who is asking the right questions? Introducing Edu Dialogue, the show that goes beyond the surface, exposes the cracks, the corruption, and the silence in Nigeria's education system. Edu Dialogue, Saturdays, 3 p.m., only on VOP TV. We break the biggest stories, from missing funds to policy failures. We ask the tough questions and demand real answers. Edu Dialogue, this Saturday, 3 p.m. on Voice of the People Television.
Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
Hello there, good evening, and welcome to Political Lens. This is Voice of the People Television, and I am Chupuma Okoro. On the show today, terror financiers operate around Presidency military. That's coming from Primate Ayodele. Article should not run for president as a sacrifice, according to Hakeem Baba Ahmed, former spokesperson of Arewa Consultative Forum. And Fubara is APC leader in Rivers, Wike, not APC member, coming from Daniel Buala, spokesperson to the president. Well, let's get into it. Primate Elijah Ayodele claims that individuals financing and supporting terrorism in Nigeria are embedded within the military and close to the seat of power, alleging that they even hold meetings around the presidency. Now, this is very scary and serious. Well, he warned that the government must demonstrate real seriousness in tackling insecurity, stressing that failure to do so could be costly for both the nation and President Tinubu's administration. While commending the Nigerian military for its efforts, Ayodele argued that terrorists remain deeply entrenched and determined to stabilize the country. He urged the president to involve all levels of society in the fight against insecurity, increase surveillance nationwide, and take decisive action against terrorists and anyone negotiating with them, warning of planned attacks on civilians and military targets. Well, he further cautioned that security threats may escalate in February and March, including attacks on highways, military convoys, and formations. He advised the president to act decisively on intelligence reports, deploy extensive surveillance and resources, and coordinate closely with state governors to prevent insecurity from undermining the administration and its future political process. Well, we've been joined in the studio here in Lagos, where we are broadcasting from, by Dr. Peter Anosike. Peter is a journalist, he's a philosopher, and an author. He's also a political affairs analyst. Good evening, Dr. Anosike, and thanks for
Thank you for having me.
Beautiful, good to have you. Now, how seriously should we take Primate Ayodele? I mean, there are quite a few prophecies he handed out in the past that didn't come true. How should we treat this particular comment from him that, look, people, terror financiers are within the military and that they're even close to seat of power and that they hold meetings within the presidency? How should we treat this comment from him?
So, is this a prophecy or a prediction?
It's neither of both.
So, because talking about we know that a prophecy is a divine inspired word.
Okay.
Understand? And cannot go wrong because God cannot go wrong. Understand? Prophecies cannot go wrong because they are divinely inspired. But this man has gone wrong over and over. So for me, what he's doing is just a prediction. And even when Jonathan was in power, he said that Boko Haram in his administration.
Okay, so apparently, is he telling us what we already know?
So he's not telling us anything new.
Anything. So you believe him when he says that, look, the terror financiers are close to the seat of power?
There have been many testimonies, many confirmations about that. The current governor of Zamfara State, who was the deputy to the current Minister of Defense State,
okay,
told Nigerians what Matawende did as a governor. Understand me? And the SA to Matawende himself also confessed what the messages that he went on behalf of the Minister of State. So when you put two and two together, he's telling Nigerians what they already know. So he's not giving us any new information.
Okay, now when Jonathan...
Excuse me, and again, anywhere in the world, when a nation is coming near, understand, tension heightens.
Okay.
So saying there will be an increase in attack in February and March, ordinarily, the security should expect it because a nation is coming near.
Dr. Anosike, we'll talk about elections 2027 and the next was the connection with insecurity. Let us stay within the message now, that was delivered by Primate Ayodele. He didn't come across as sending out a prophecy. He was probably speaking from a position of information, a position of authority. Now, if we have persons, within the presidency that are holding meetings, is it possible that meetings could be held in the presidency regarding terrorism and insecurity without the knowledge of the president? Or is he indirectly telling us that, look, the president is part of the system?
Well, the presidency is big, understand? And any meeting that shows at the winner is the presidency.
Okay.
Understand? So, and you cannot stop people from meeting. We know that there are a lot of interest. So, some people are making huge profit from these insurgents. Understand? From the fight against insurgents. So, what he's telling us is what we already know. And again, mind you, what happened between 2013, 2014, when APC was being formed? I'm sure Tinubu knows all about it.
Okay, Tinubu knows all about it.
Sure.
Okay, now I'd like for us to talk about something that you said just a few minutes ago. You said that all over the world, when
election is coming near,
you know,
there's always increasing tension.
What kind of tension is that? Will that be? Because I recall that was that kind of tension by September or by February, March of 2022, prior to the 2023 general election, and in 2027, and in 2011. Are you able to recall? You know.
Check what happened. It was in 2014 that the Chibok girls were kidnapped.
Okay.
Against 2015.
Okay.
Understand?
No, I'm talking about 2022 against 23, 2026 against 2027, and 2010 against 11. Did we have this kind of?
Everywhere, both state and national.
Okay.
Mind you,
of this magnitude.
Mind you, everywhere. Mind you, it was during when the election of Anambra State is coming on that Chike Akuyi killed.
Dr. Anosike.
No. That is from the federal state. There are enough activities.
No, the operational war there is all over the world. And I understand that in recent times, since 2014, we have had this issue
in
of
the
hiding
United
tension.
States.
Okay.
You can see Donald Trump 2 times attempt at assassination.
Okay. During his return and not during the first time.
During his
return.
Return.
And which was when? Just like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
we are trying to interrogate the concept of
all over the world. All over the world.
Is it a norm or is it a recent development like we see in Nigeria? I understand that from 2015 we have had that, especially when some people said, look, if we don't win an election, we are going to make this country ungovernable. And you cited the Chibok girl instance, which is valid, you know, and what we are seeing now.
2007, Obasanjo declared the 2007 election do or die, remember?
Okay, but so was that some kind of heightened tension that we see now where people are killed in their numbers?
When someone said this election is going to be do or die,
okay,
understand? So that's what goes with the spirit of
elections. Okay, and according to the global happens. When we let the prime minister say that, look, terror financiers are close to the president, which we just confirmed according to you. Jonathan even said it. Now, why do you think that Jonathan couldn't deal with that?
Well, Jonathan was deceived throughout his tenure as the president. Understand? He was relying on the North, who we are deceiving him, understand me, and now passing information to his just term. So supposed not to have run in 2015. When they know that he wants to run, that's when they began to deceive him, understand?
Okay.
And
was he the one deceiving them, or he was the one being deceived?
He was the one being deceived because there were other people in his office passing information. Understand me?
Okay.
Sure. And that's even a governor made a mention that they have assembled jihadists from different parts of the country. That's of the world.
Different parts of Africa. As a matter of fact, didn't that happen?
It happened now.
Okay, it happened. So were they still deceiving him if it was in actuality?
No, they were deceiving him that all
it wasn't deception, because they said, look, if you don't do this, this is what we are going to do. And he did it. He ran. and populated the place with terrorists and jihadists from all over the world. Is that still deception?
That's why Obasanjo tore his PDP membership card.
Okay.
Because Obasanjo felt that agreement should have stood.
The agreement
that he should run for just one term and the handover.
I'm happy that you brought us back to this point. Now, if according to you, Jonathan was being deceived by Northerners, who started the deception? He purportedly signed an agreement with them. Up until this moment, nobody had seen the letters of those agreements. It was only Babangida Aliyu that came out to say, yes, there was an agreement that he would do only one thing.
Obasanjo said it.
Okay, Obasanjo said it, but nobody provided written evidence or document, to back it up, even Jonathan himself. And up until this moment, Jonathan has not clearly told Nigerians, oh, there was an agreement, oh, there wasn't an agreement, and I was being misquoted. Now, if we rely on the fact that, look, he tried to, breach an agreement, was he the one deceiving them, or were they the ones deceiving him?
One, he reneged on the agreement, understand? And they now decided to also deceive him.
Okay.
And, because those working with him were passing information, understand, to the different parties. Mind you, the national chairman of PDP at that time was holding meeting with a Tinubu.
But former Governor Muazu.
Muazu of Bauchi State. Sure.
Okay. So that was why Jonathan was unable to deal with the problem of, heightened insecurity at that point.
Yes, and mind you, the Turkana jet that he paid for, United States refused to release it for him.
Okay, so who was responsible for that? Was it the northern elements that stopped the United States from releasing the Turkana jet?
No, Obama seized it because Jonathan refused to sign the gay right bill.
Who told you that? Where did you get that information? Is it verified?
2014.
I understand.
And Jonathan himself also said it.
Well, I hear Jonathan say that, look, Obama was behind, my ouster, but I have not heard him clearly say it's because I refused to sign the gay right.
It was at that point that Jonathan turned against him and began to use John Kerry that's as a front.
Obama turned against him and started to use
John Kerry, who was Secretary of State at that point in time.
People have debunked that idea that John Kerry was surreptitiously working for the Obama administration.
He held meeting with the United States governors.
That when he came, exactly my point. Now, they said that when he came to Nigeria, he didn't even go to Abuja, that he came to do something different here in Lagos.
And he now held meeting with the United States
Yes, the APC people are debunking that meeting. They said that meeting never held, that they never held any meeting with him.
Do you believe APC?
So who do I believe now? Because John Kerry has not told us that he held meetings with anybody.
John Kerry held meeting with 19 state governors at the time, understand? Okay. A week,
including PDP governors at that time.
Sure, because none of them was with him.
Okay.
Understand me? None of the northern governors were in support of him.
Okay, now let's not travel far so that we can maintain focus on the topic of discussion. Now, would it be fair to attribute Jonathan's ouster, to northern elements, when in actuality we know that the problems started from the south, where he comes from, where Amechi led 5 other governors, to the NPDP, what they call the NPDP, that formed the nucleus of what was APC then, what became APC then. Would it be appropriate to blame the northern elements for Jonathan's ouster?
One, a lot of things,
a lot of factors
worked against him.
Okay.
Understand? Number one, the defection of the new PDP, which included Atiku, Saraki, and Kwankwaso.
What do you mean, Amechi?
No, it was at that time that Kwankwaso that gave Buhari about 2 million votes.
Okay, that didn't amount to anything because, that was in 2015.
2015,
yeah.
Kwankwaso was incumbent.
Okay.
Understand me? That, it was at that point that the CBN governor then was sacked, Sanusi. So the whole Kanu mobilized against him, even though we know that a lot of those votes were underage.
Okay, a lot of those votes were on. I wanted us to interrogate the votes coming from Kano because even last general election, Kwakwanso couldn't give himself up to 1 million votes, but he gave Buhari 2 million votes. He scored 900 and something thousand votes in Kano. I'm talking about Kwakwanso. So how does that explain our voting pattern?
No, I'm telling
those
you.
Votes, are they real or are they just written? Are they manipulated? What do you think?
One, I said, and a lot of them are in the north. Underage vote. I have monitored elections in different parts of northern states.
Exactly my point. That they voted.
So, they voted. Okay. Understand me?
And when they voted in 2015, Kwakwanso was able to deliver 2 million votes to Buhari. Yes. But in 2023, when he ran himself, he couldn't even make up to 1 million votes. So what happened to the other 1 million?
Because then there were divisions.
Okay, there were divisions.
Understand me? In 2023, there were the divisions. Some were supporting APC, some were supporting PDP, then some are supporting him. But in 2015, they were one.
Okay, they were united.
And mind you, Sanusi was sacked at that time and replaced with Emir Fende.
Okay.
Understand me? So there were anger against him.
Okay, against
Jonathan.
All right. Now, the surge in terror. Let's come back to our main topic of discussion. The surge in terror since the Christmas Day bombing of Sokoto is exasperating, if you don't mind. Now, as a matter of fact, some have tried to create a connection, more like a nexus, between what is going on currently, and 2027. Part of what we have been conversing about now. Do you think that this thing, the whole surge now, the kidnap of over 170 Christian worshippers in Kaduna State, what has happened in parts of Kano State, and in other parts of the country, especially in North Central, does it have anything to do with 2027? You already said that, look, when we get close to elections, that tension gets heightened. But I want us to discuss it within the backdrop of what even United States has done. Looks like these people are not even scared, and they are calling the bluff of President Trump of the United States. What do you think is happening? Is it all about perpetuating an agenda, or is it all about election? Which one will it be for you?
One, government has led a very bad precedent by paying ransom. So abduction has become a lucrative business, understand? Abduction has become a very lucrative business, and once you pay, you continue paying.
Okay.
So our government has made that mistake by paying ransom. So they are going to start paying. They'll continue paying, understand? So, and the abduction of the Chibok girls was done to make Jonathan government to look bad. To show that it is weak, to show that it's incapable of protecting the life and property of the people.
Okay.
So the same thing, understand, that is also a factor here, understand. Then the lucrative business here, understand, of abduction and paying ransom, and then calling Donald Trump's
bluff.
Sure, understand. Okay. So these are other factors.
Okay, so calling his bluff, is he not suicidal? Because he has threatened again and he's coming back to Nigeria. God bless him.
He should come back.
Okay, you think he should come back?
He should come back. And mind you, his coming back is also not working in favor of Tinubu.
Not working in favor of Tinubu. Thank you for bringing us to this point. Now, the track that was used to remove Jonathan, talk about the nexus between governance and insecurity that worked, in favor of the North against Jonathan. Do you think that same track could work against a man like Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if you understand him? He's been dubbed severally the master strategist, that he knows what he's doing. He outplays outmaneuvers everybody. Do you think he's going to work with him?
That's a hype.
Why do you think it's a hype?
It is a hype. Once they not make up their mind that they are going on one direction, nothing stops them.
Okay.
That's that. Just like what they did in 2015, they said that Jonathan must not contest. And at that point in time, Buhari was the most popular northern politician. So they concluded that they are going with Buhari, understand? And so once that decision is made in 2027, nothing will stop Tinubu from coming back to Bodinam.
So do you think that the North is overrated in this instance? When people say, look, if the North has decided that is what is going to happen. For how long was it difficult? You know, how many instances was it difficult for the same North to put Buhari in power? He tried 3 times. On the 4th time, he succeeded when Ebola Ahmed Tinubu came from the South to prop him up again. Is the North not overrated?
They are not overrated. Okay. One, Jonathan, see, 1999, Atiku came on the ticket of the Yar'Adua group in PDP.
Okay.
Understand me?
After he had won the governorship.
After he had won the governorship of Adamawa State.
Okay.
It was the group of Jonathan in order to reward them.
The group of Yar'Adua.
Yar'Adua.
Okay.
In order to, at that point in time, he was the head of Yar'Adua political organization.
The PDM.
Understand me?
Yes.
So he was now called to become the VP.
More like the eye of the North in the presidency.
Understand?
Okay.
Then 2007.
Okay, 03 or 07?
07.
07, okay.
07. Then Yar'Adua's younger brother, Umaru, has to come.
Okay.
The North saying Yar'Adua family need to be compensated for his death.
Okay, for his death.
Understand? So that's so there's no way Buhari can win election under those circumstances.
Okay, there's no way Buhari will have won.
Sure.
Under those circumstances. Exactly. That's the puzzle there, you know. So it was until a southerner in the person of Tinubu came to prop him up that he won the presidency. Anyway, let's move away from that. There's something I'd like for us to talk about, talking about Trump coming again. Trump came the first time. And there's a whole narrative out there, a myth that is trying to endure that, look, it was the activities of Southerners, you know, one man that sells a screwdriver in Onitsha. And,
that's nonsense.
And that the IPOB, that they are the ones that instigated and, prompted Trump to come to Nigeria. Is Dachomo, I'd like for you to react to that, because we had bishops, you know, from the Middle Belt, North Central. We had Reverend Dachomo. We have Frank Uto, and a whole lot of people, you know, that have gone to US. The evangelicals, they know all of these things. They have information here. So why are they trying to pin it on the Southeast this time? Is it a way of, you know, calling a dog a bad name in order to kill it? Or do you think that it has some political connotations ahead of 2027?
It is political. It is those who are afraid of P2B.
What has this got to do with
their idea is to pit the Igbos against the Northerners. Okay. It is Igbos that are instrumental to the killing of their people. Mind you, before then, they were posting the picture of the wife of the Sadwana of Sokoto. A week before that, Panic posted the picture. This is January
15th.
Yes.
You know,
so that was the line that Fanika Yode told.
Okay.
And I said, just to make Igbos again look bad. So what happened is a continuation of that to pitch the Igbo against the North, so that the North will not vote for P2B if P2B gets the ticket.
Okay. But the same Fanika Yode wrote a very highly regarded article saying that, look, that the New York Times belittled itself by trying to tie Nigerian and U.S. intelligence to a screwdriver seller in Onitsha. So how are we able to balance all of that? He hits here and unhits here. So
that is him. That
that he could absolve himself from responsibility.
Depending on the state of his mind.
Okay, depending on the state of his mind.
Yes,
now he's an ambassadorial nominee.
That's not what I'm talking about. When he is high and when he is with his senses.
Okay, when he's high and when he's... exactly my point, but now he's been made a nominee. He's going to be an ambassador to represent us in one part of the world. So when he's high, what impression or what publicity will Nigeria get, you know, when he's high?
We have been seeing it now.
We have been seeing it.
We have been seeing it.
Okay. Now
but I'm sure they're going to put him in one of these West African countries.
Togo, Benin.
Because he cannot go to Europe.
You know, he's very well read, very sound.
I say he cannot go to Europe.
Okay, he can't go to Europe.
Yes.
Anyway, let's see what happens, when, by the way, President has released 3 names, and he quickly withdrew one. The person that he sent to Turkey, he quickly withdrew.
That shows that
their
their inconsistencies.
Okay.
Government of Somersault.
Okay, they didn't think through it properly.
You don't think through before making important decisions. At the end of the day,
So how does that portray the administration? Like you said, I mean, they are very inconsistent. Policy somersaults and all.
So it doesn't show a responsible and a reasonable government.
Anyway, let's come back to our main topic. A retired Major General Danjuma Hamisu Ali Kefi, within the week, said boldly that there was compromise in security because, according to him, scores of terrorist sponsors, identified with foreign partners had been let go from detention recently. Could this happen without the knowledge of the president? Are you aware of this information? Retired Major General Danjuma Hamisu Ali Kefi said that, look, in collaboration with foreign partners, foreign agencies, Interpol, anti-graft agencies, that about 48 people, terror sponsors, had been in detention all this while, but recently that they were let go. Could this happen without the knowledge of the president?
Well, it depends. The president cannot be everywhere, and the president cannot know everything.
Okay.
Understand? He cannot be everywhere. He cannot be everywhere. Tinubu just visits Nigeria. Understand me?
No, I don't get that. What do you mean by just visits Nigeria?
Tinubu does not base in Nigeria. He visits Nigeria and go back. Understand me? What he's doing is visiting Nigeria. Just like maybe he's now in Nigeria for about maybe 2-3 days. Next week, he's going to Turkey. Understand me? So he is ruling Nigeria from outside Nigeria. Understand? And when you are not there, a lot of things can easily go wrong. Understand? Remember what happened there when Buhari that went out and Oshibajo, understand, removed Dasuki, the DSS man at the time.
Yes.
So you can be president, but when you are not there, things have the capacity of going wrong.
Okay, so let's excuse the president because he's not always available, according to you.
I said he visits Nigeria.
He visits Nigeria, meaning that he's not always available.
He is not based in. This is the first president in the world that doesn't base in that visits his country.
Dr. Nosike, if after 365 days, in a year, a man spends like 3 months outside, will you say that he's a visitor to his country?
Tinubu is a visitor to Nigeria.
Okay, that's your own assessment.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Now, if we excuse him now, what about the National Security Advisor? Is there a possibility that these people could be let go without the knowledge of the NSA?
No, that's one. Since it's not escape, since they did not escape,
they were released.
It means that people authorize them to go. The question now is who did that? Understand? Who is in the position to do that? That's the question that as we should be asking. Understand? Since they did not escape, somebody, a group facilitated they are being released. The question is it or the president, is it the vice president or the National Security Advisor? Now,
whoever does that, at the end of the day, the buck stops at the president's table and he's going to take responsibility. Because when the editors cast their headlines, it's going to be, oh, Tinubu lets go 48 terror financiers. They are not going to mention the officer that was in charge. He's going to take the blame.
That is it. And it's not good that's about...
okay, now with this revelation, do you think that he's going to look into it and say, what happened? Assuming he doesn't know, do you think that he's going to say, well, come, who did this and all of that?
Well, he has somebody, he has his National Security
Advisor to give him all of this information.
Sure.
If you consider everything now about the release of these terror financiers and all of that, do you think that the president might be pandering to some interest, just to retain power in 2027?
That's what every president does.
Okay, looking at the primacy of...
That's what... Who has the capacity to help me to win this election? Which group, understand me?
And in this case, it is the North for him?
It has always been the North.
It has always been the North. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, now I would like for us to go for a short break. And when we return, we'll talk about We'll talk about 2027 and what Hakeem Baba Ahmed said. We'll be right back. Do join us again.
In a world where power shifts with every headline,
In a nation full of questions,
In a world filled with noise, the truth needs a voice.
The policies that shapes our world and the economy that determines our future.
Every hour, every day, the grapevine keeps buzzing.
And together, we are committed to telling the stories that shape our world because your voice is our focus.
Don't forget, our voice matters the most. Let us come together and share our concerns.
Mr. Familoni, and here's to VOP TV. Keep watching, stay tuned, do not touch that dial.
My name is Made Kuti, and you're watching BOP TV. Keep watching.
Welcome, my name is Zika Davis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys, viewers, everybody, boys and girls. This is VOP TV. Do you know what that means? Voice of the People TV. You don't have a voice, don't come here. You better make sure your voice is heard.
Are you ready for the
Mr. Familoni, and here's to
Hello there, welcome back and thanks for staying with us. And if you are just joining us, this is Political Lens on Voice of the People Television. Now, before we get into the second topic of discussion, I would like for us to go to Ikeja, where the Lagos Police Command has launched what they call Ban to Boost Community Engagement. Now, the Nigerian Police Force, Lagos State Police Command, has officially launched its Lagos State Command Police Force Ban, marking a new chapter in community engagement and ceremonial excellence at a colorful event holding in Ikeja right now. So we are going to connect with our live crew outside to bring you feeds into what is going on in Ikeja now.
Thank you very much. That was the marching of the brand new Lagos State Command Police. Please, can we have Thank you very much. Looking at their instruments, I can personally identify some instruments that I know that we do not have.
Okay, welcome back. That was the Lagos State Police Command band launching their community engagement program at Ikeja. We apologize deeply for the poor quality of the video, and unfortunately, that's how much you can take of that event. Now, let's come back to the studio where we still have Dr. Peter Anosike, who joined us, and we'll get into our second topic of discussion. Now, Daniel Bwala, Special Advisor to President Tinubu on Policy Communication, has declared that Governor Sim Fubara is the recognized leader of the APC in Rivers State, stressing that former Governor Nyesom Muke is not a member of the party. He noted that while Wike may retain influence within the PDP in Rivers, he has no authority or standing in the APC. Speaking amid the impeachment moves against Fubara, Bwala said the APC's position is clear The governor must be allowed to govern without interference. He emphasized that court orders have halted impeachment efforts and that President Tinubu supports the APC leadership's stance, guided by respect for the rule of law and internal party procedures. Bola also clarified that Wike's role as FCT minister does not translate to party influence, describing him as serving the federal government rather than the APC. He also added that the dispute has been settled by the party's recognition of Fubara as APC leader, urging all parties to respect due process and constitutional governance. Dr. Anosike, this is the first time that the presidency is weighing in on the matter officially. Every other comment that we have heard from French people, outsiders, Peter Ayodele Fayoshe, Felix Moka of the APC, Ibrahim Bala of the APC, and all of that, Governor Hope Uzodinma. This is the first time that the presidency is making what looks like an official comment on the matter of impeachment. What does that represent to Nyesom Wike and Sim Fubara?
Well, I have said in different fora that one that Fubara will not be impeached.
Okay.
Then number two, that Wike is already drowning. Understand? That Nyesom Wike is already. I always like James Harden chess series, Soccer Punch.
Okay.
When you get overconfidence, you will be hit with a sucker punch. So Wike has already been hit with a sucker punch.
By who? Who hit him? The president or the party?
Or the party. Hope also them mother to start with.
Okay, Hope also them.
Yes, because it was Hope also them that masterminded Fobra's defection.
Okay, Hope also them was the mastermind.
Sure.
Okay.
Because Nyesom Wike wanted to interfere in Imo governorship, understand? By trying to position Samuel Anyang, understand, as a reward for helping to destroy the PDP, understand?
Okay.
So Nyesom Wike, what Hope was them, since he's meddling in my own state, let me also meddle in his own state.
Okay.
So he masterminded the defection of Fobra, and with that seals Nyesom Wike's fate.
No. When people give Hope Uzodinma credit, for taking Fobara to the APC, does it look like Fobara wouldn't have joined APC without Hope? Because the pictures were clear, right from the time of the state of emergency, that he was eventually going to jump
There was
into the
a statement by Nyesom Wike that it is him that will decide when he will join.
Okay.
That was what Nyesom Wike said. It will him that will decide when Fobra would join. But Wike played a stupid game by allowing those Amawede and others to defect.
Okay, to the APC.
And that's when the mistake was made, because it will now be seen as APC fighting APC.
Okay. And
once that happens, the national body will have to intervene and even sanction the State House of Assembly members.
All right. Now, I would like for us to, before we get into our final topic of discussion, people said when Fubara joined the APC, he has direct access to the president at this point. I mean, this is a serving governor. Before he defected to the APC, he didn't have access to the president. Was it possible that the president could have stopped him or shielded him having access to a sitting governor simply because somebody brought him to him? Meanwhile, does it look like Fubara was seeing the president, or that Fubara was the one that held him and was taking him to the president all the time?
Nyesom Wike was determining his fate in Abuja.
And I think that the president will allow that? I want to see the governor of a state in my country, and I rely on another person to bring him to me? I mean, is that possible?
It is very, very possible.
Very possible and plausible at the same time.
The governor of California wanted to see Donald Trump. I don't want to see him.
Okay.
Understand? So, and you also read what Tinubu told the governor of your state.
Okay.
Understand? So a president can see you if he wants.
No, I've read that, but I can't confirm that because he didn't come from the presidency. He came with Fayoshe. Fayoshe was part of that meeting.
But he will be getting information.
Now, do you think that president helps in making, if Wike is a monster now, and we agree, like you have said, that look, he was the one determining when Fubara is the president. Was it the president that made a monster out of Wike?
Wike is already a monster.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
Right from time.
Okay.
Then Tinubu now added to it.
Okay, amplified his position.
Understand me?
As a monster.
Sure. But everything has come to an end.
Everything has come to an end.
By now, he will know where he
Okay, he's
belongs.
licking his wounds now. Do you think that Wike will join the APC before 2027?
Even whether he joins or did not join, Fubara is now free.
Okay, Fubara is now
That's the most important thing.
Okay, we'll come back to this discussion another day. Dr. Hakeem Baba Ahmed has urged former Vice President Atiku Abubakar not to contest the 2027 federal election, presidential election, describing it as a necessary sacrifice for Nigeria. Well, he argued that former President Muhammad Buhari's 8-year record has weakened the chances of any northern candidate and warned that another northerner could face strong public resistance. Baba Ahmed advised Atiku to instead use his influence, experience, and northern support base to help build the ADC and back a different candidate. Well, allow him to shape his own direction and influence and who eventually emerges as the candidate. He also suggested that an Igbo presidential candidate such as Peter Obi could strengthen a coalition by combining southern popularity with northern votes. Baba Ahmed criticized the APC strategy of absorbing politicians, insisting that poor performance, not defections, could cost the ruling party's 2027 general elections. Now, do you think that Atiku will hold this call to step aside in 2027?
Well, Baba Ahmed is saying his own opinion.
His own opinion.
Constitutionally, Atiku can contest if he wants.
Okay.
Understand? If he wants, then he can vie for the ticket. Then the Nigerians will now decide whether to vote for him or not.
Okay.
Understand? But by next year, he will be 80.
Okay.
Understand? By next year, he will be 80. And in today's world, if you watch a president of many countries...
How old is the idol, Donald Trump?
78.
78. Okay.
Understand me?
Okay.
But just like Donald Trump, Atiku is strongly built.
Okay.
Even at 80, he's still more healthier than Bola Tinubu.
Well, I wouldn't know. Do you have a medical report or from what you see?
From what we have been seeing.
What you have been
He
seeing.
has a gift of that good health. He will be 80, but he's not looking 80.
Okay.
Understand me? Just like Donald Trump.
How old is the president? How old is the president? President Bola?
Are we talking official or unofficial?
Which one do you have?
Well, somebody I believe in so much said that Tinubu is 86.
Okay, somebody that you believe strongly.
Yes, and this person is from Ishekiri. Bola Tinubu.
Okay, Timak. Now let's go back to the issue of 2027. Baba Ahmed brought the Igbo presidency to the fore again. Is it something you think that can fly in 2027?
Well, for me, Igbos have a very big chance of making it in 2027. A very big chance because now Nigeria, with what we have gone through, we are looking for competence,
okay,
fairness, understand, and with what America is also talking about Christian genocide in Nigeria, the world will prefer a Christian to a Muslim as we speak.
Okay.
That's why I have said on this program that the bomb in Sokoto bombed the Shetima.
Okay.
Tinubu can never come up with a Christian, with a Muslim ticket anymore.
Okay, Tinubu can never come up with a Muslim ticket anymore. Now, Dr. Anosike, before we leave, there's this myth that's been flying around that Peter Obi doesn't like contesting primaries, that he's scared, he's afraid, and he's always looking for consensus candidacy in every political party. The last time I checked, when he was in Abga, he contested primaries for the Goba. And in 2019, he contested primaries as running mate to Atiku Abubakar. It was only in 2022 that he saw that, look, this wasn't going to work in PDP. But that myth continues to endure. Even highly placed people, is it a reality or they are just trying to use it to discredit him?
Somebody can be a PhD holder and still be stupid. So don't talk about highly placed people, because what gives you what you say is your research, your data. P2B has contested presidency for just once, 2023. And in 2022, he was the most influential person in Labour Party. Who else would have contended with him?
No, they say he ran away from PDP because he didn't want to go to primaries.
No.
But that wasn't the first time he was on the ballot. He was on the ballot when he contested governor. And during the primaries, he beat everybody squarely.
One, he talked about what they want, the expression of interest from in PDP was very high. P2B said that he doesn't want to buy or the presidency. Understand me? So there was not a level and playing ground
Do
there.
you think that wasn't an alibi?
Whatever I'm talking about what he said.
What he said.
Understand? But in ADC, the remark I said that everybody would
struggle
contest.
for his share.
Understand me? So those who are saying it as if P2B have been contesting and have been running away
like Buhari and Atiku and all of that.
So 2023 was his first time.
His first time.
Understand?
Okay.
So
let's see what happens in 2027. Now, this would be a good place to anchor this conversation. We've been speaking with Dr. Peter Anosike, philosopher, journalist, and author, as well as political affairs analyst. Thank you very much, Dr. Anosike. I appreciate your time and attention.
Thank you for having me.
And I hope that we can do this some other time. Right, on behalf of the backroom staff, the technical director, ingenious manager, bass engineer, and the sound manager, I am Chukwu Makoro. Up next is Issues with Nnena Ndemduto. Join us again 7 o'clock and enjoy the rest of your weekend. From me, it's bye-bye. See you on Monday, 8 o'clock on the morning show.
In a world where power shifts its every headlines, news breaks and events happens, we bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy, and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth, not spin. We discuss not just politics, but a glimpse into the future. Voice of the People Television. Now you have more than a voice.
In a world where truth is the ultimate power and opinions scream the loudest, it's time to wade through the noise.
Hunger no get tribe! Hunger no get religion!
And scan the human interest and trending topics that matter. Stay tuned to The Issues, your plug to the stories making the buzz, from politics to science and technology, social justice, and more. Let's tackle the tough questions and expose the truth. The Issues, on Voice of the People Television, Mondays to Fridays, 8 to 9 p.m. The Issues. Don't just react, understand.
Behind every broken desk lies a broken promise. Education shapes the nations. But who is asking the right questions? Introducing Edu Dialogue, the show that goes beyond the surface.
VOP TV. Now, you have more.
Good evening, and we are live at the Lagos launch of the Lagos State Command new brand, and about 36 instruments are being launched today. We have so many big news here. We have the SSG to Lagos State government. We have the Command Commodore, the officer.